go. Hello. Welcome. It's 7 o'clock in Gardner, Kansas. Call me to order. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good evening. See if you, or at least one familiar face out there. We have a presentation this evening for Martin Luther King Jr. All right. Whereas Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. devoted his life to the advancement of civil rights and public service, he believed in a nation of freedom and justice for all, and challenged all citizens to help build a more perfect union and live up to the purpose and potential of America. And whereas Dr. King recognized that everyone can be a great because everyone can serve, and during his lifetime encouraged all Americans to serve their neighbors and their communities. And whereas the King Holiday and Service Act, enacted in 1994, designated the King Holiday as a national day of volunteer service. The King Day of Service is a nationwide effort to transform the federal holiday honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. into a day of community service, grounded in Dr. King's teachings that help solve social problems while focusing on bringing people together and breaking down the barriers that has divided us as a nation. And whereas the King Day of Service is the only federal holiday commemorated as a national day of service, and offers an opportunity for Americans to give back to their communities on the holiday and make an ongoing commitment to service throughout the year. Whereas the Universal Declaration of Human Rights empowers us all. The principles enshrined in the Declaration are as relevant today as they were in 1948. And whereas each of us can and must contribute to making our communities better with increased opportunity for all of our citizens. Now therefore be resolved that I, Todd Winters, Mayor of the City of Gardner, Kansas, do hereby proclaim Monday, January 19th, 2026, be designated Martin Luther King Jr. Day and a day of service in Gardner, and call upon the people of the community to pay tribute to the life and works of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. through participation in community service projects on Martin Luther King Jr. Day and throughout the year. Thank you. All right. No public hearing. We'll move to public comments. Members of the public are welcome to use this time to make comments about city matters or items on the agenda that are not part of a public hearing. If you wish to come forward, please limit your comments to 5 minutes or less. There's a time clock to your left. That being said, come forward, state your name and address for the record. The podium is now open. Oh, goodness. There is a 5-minute time clock to your left.
Yes, I know the whole drill. Steve Shute, 1841 Sycamore Court. I wanted to kind of put an additional emphasis on what you just read about the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Danica Akendo, who was our amazing public relations, public information officer, does a wonderful Martin Luther King tribute. School children come here every year to check it out. It's in this chamber here. And I encourage anybody who's out there in the community, please come and take a look at it. It is a very well done display and exhibit, and it definitely inspires you to be more of a doer than a spectator in terms of civic life, and we all need to do that. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I know she puts a lot of work into that. It's absolutely worth seeing. No one else coming forward. We will move to consent agenda. Is there an item on the consent agenda council would like to remove?
5.
5. Okay. Any other? Do I hear a motion for consent agenda items 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7?
So moved.
Second.
Motion McNear, second Deaton. We approve consent agenda items 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. All in favor? All opposed? Abstained? Consent agenda items pass. Consent agenda item number 5, consider authorizing the city administrator to enter into an agreement with AFCO LLC, the design and installation of a new playground for Wynwood Park. There we go.
So I think there's only a couple of quick things. One, I wanted to highlight the fact that this was on the agenda. I didn't want it to get lost in the consent agenda. I think we've been talking about Wynwood for a while, and I know it's been a lot of people in my neighborhood, or my neighbors in particular, have asked me about it. So fantastic that this is getting started in. With the grant that we received the last time last year, all the way last year, this park is going to be such an amazing addition to in the basketball court. I guess the only question I had is, we've seen such great work from the contractor who did Veterans Park. This is a different contractor, I'm assuming.
No, this is actually the same one.
Oh, okay. So fantastic. That was the question I had. So, yeah, guess can't wait to see it.
I did have a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had a question. I was going to wait for council updates, but since we pulled it, cameras.
That was my question.
Anytime a new park goes in, I mean, I would like to see a camera at all of our parks, and when that comes. Is there one planned for when we get new equipment? Because Wynwood gets hit hard by vandals. I mean, there was one stretch where it was every single day, and then I started sitting out there myself. So, cameras at Wynwood.
Yes, we have it budgeted.
Perfect. And then, Pam, maybe this is better for you. Do the cameras help? Do we see when there is vandalism at these parks? Are we able to identify and ticket and do anything about it, or are we just watching the vandals then on camera and watching the park get vandalized?
I think that's a great question, and I do believe that they help. I cannot think of a specific time when we've identified anyone from it.
I can.
Okay.
There's been several, especially out at Celebration Park,
Okay.
when we have a lot of kids in high school who take their personal vehicles out there, drive on the fields. We're able to identify those vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
SROs are a big help with that.
Okay.
But they're definitely a deterrent, and cameras are it's always better to have them than not have them.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because obviously I think the cameras are a good idea and all of that, but I want to make sure that they're valuable and doing something to deter the vandals. But I'm excited about them. I can see Wynwood Park from my house, and I'm ready to not see that plywood over the slide.
Yep. Excellent. That was my question too, so perfect. Any other questions? Is there a motion then to approve consent agenda item number 5?
So moved.
Second.
Motion Wayne, second Deaton. We approve consent agenda item number 5. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstained? Consent agenda item 5 passes. No planning and zoning agenda, consent agenda, no committee recommendations, no old business, no new business. So we'll move to council updates. Chief.
We are working on end of the year reports and putting together our year-end report and stats, and that's really all I have.
All right, thank you. Renee.
I have nothing further.
Matt, finance. Amy.
Nothing tonight.
Ryan.
Nothing from me.
Dave.
I think I'm doing this right. Yeah, I got a question for the council. With our sharp increase we had in our wholesale power cost in November and what we're anticipating in December, I would like to ask the council if they would find value in a brief presentation at your next meeting. The reason for these costs is our Dogwood generation plant outage lasted longer than planned, and the Marshall Wind Farm was derated due to maintenance. Losing the output of these facilities required us to buy replacement power on the open market at seasonal premiums while still maintaining our fixed ownership expense. I'd like to see your input about a presentation on those cost increase, and then also consider maybe re-implementing the PCA, which has been on hold since 2023. This presentation would illustrate how the recent events made us a rate taker instead of a rate maker in the wholesale power markets.
Sure. Okay.
Next meeting, let's do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sounds like we have consensus to do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Jason, sorry.
Fort Winwood, once we have final design, I will put that on the website for people to see before we start construction. Kind of like what we did with veterans. So
Would the basketball goal be going concurrently with that, or basketball court?
it's all weather dependent. I'm gonna try because there may be some cost savings there, but it just all depends on the weather. So. And there's a lead time on the equipment too for the bike path. So.
Excellent. Maggie?
Nothing from community development.
All right, Kellen?
Nothing for me.
All right.
Nothing for me.
Okay. Councilman McNair?
Just want to say thanks to the police department for their action New Year's Eve. Good job.
Thank you.
And just wanted to also say thanks to all of our city staff. We didn't get a chance to say thank you at the end of the year for everything you've all done. We've had a really good year in 2025, and I look forward to the same in 2026. That's it.
Councilman Wade?
Nothing more for me today.
Councilman Johnson?
Nothing from me.
Council Vice President?
Nothing tonight.
Council President? I don't think I have anything either, so. We do have executive session. Do I hear a motion to enter into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Motion McNair, second Johnson. We recess into executive session to discuss personnel matters and non-elected personnel relating to the city administrator's annual performance review pursuant to KSA 75-4319B1, beginning at, what time is it? 7:12, returning at 7:32. We have 20 minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstained? We are in executive session. 7:32, do I have a motion to return?
So moved.
to regular session?
Second.
Motion Deaton, second Baldwin, we return to regular session. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, abstained? Back in regular session. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Motion Deaton, Schmidt got you. Second McNair. We adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, abstained?